MP to all cars. Armed robbery on security vehicle
Juliet
now.
4 to MP.
4 men.
Of watch.
Zulu 1 to MP. Disturbance in High Street. Gang of youths
MP
fighting
to
with
Golf
knives.
1-1.
Request assistance, over.
Suspects on premise.
Arthur Kirby.
On your feet, Kirby. Show respect to the judge.
Kirby, the jury has found you guilty, and rightly so, of a cruel and heinous crime. The ruthless beating and rape of a young girl. A child of 6. You showed no mercy, and the court can show you no mercy. It is a crime that can be met only by imprisonment, a lengthy term of imprisonment. I have been asked to take into account your youth and the plea of extenuation made by your counsel. I will take them into account. It will still be a term of imprisonment. However, in regard to your promise to undergo psychiatric treatment, do you understand that the promise must be kept?
Yes, my lord.
What did he say?
Speak up.
Yes, my lord.
Very well. In view of this undertaking, the sentence on you is 3 years imprisonment. Suspended for 3 years.
What was that?
He goes free.
But he said prison.
Suspended. He's walking out.
He can't.
My lord, I protest. You can't do this. You can't let him go.
Silence in court.
For God's sake, be quiet, Sam.
For raping my girl, he goes free. I protest, my lord. This isn't justice.
There must be silence in court.
Not here, Sam. Come outside.
Be upstanding in court for His Honour, Mr. Justice Caldwell.
It's no use, Sam. There's nothing you can do.
There bloody is. There's Roach.
Chief Inspector, a word with you.
What is it, Mr. Harris?
You know damn well what it is. You were in there. You heard it.
Yes, I heard it.
You told me to leave it to you. You said he'd go to jail for what he did. He raped my child. He beat her near to death, and he walks free.
I'm sorry, Mr. Harris, I really am.
Sorry, for God's sake. You're sorry, and I've got to tell my wife he's free, with our child still in hospital. And did you see him? Look at his friends and laughing.
Yes, I saw him.
You said leave it to you. Did my child get justice?
The sentence is up to the court, Mr. Harris. There's nothing I can do.
Well, there's something I can do.
And what's that?
I can see he gets justice.
Mr. Harris, listen to me.
I listened to you once. I don't listen again.
Well, sir, how'd it go?
Kirby walked free. Suspended sentence.
Why?
God knows. Try and explain it to the father. He made a scene in court and damn nearly went to jail himself. Oh, that lad picked the wrong girl when he picked Sam Harris's daughter. He's quite a villain. Kirby would be safer in jail.
You think Harris will do something about it?
I know he will. Well, what's been happening while I was away?
Well, the usual run. Some housebreaking, 2 blaggings. Oh, and Mossy Taylor's place was done.
Mossy Taylor?
Yeah.
And he's complained?
Well, he wouldn't, would he? Now, the people next door, they complained.
Oh.
Whoever did the job had to break through their office to get round Mossy's burglar alarm and into his place.
Did he lose much?
Well, none of the junk in his front shop was taken.
He wouldn't like you to call it junk. Antiques, you mean?
The only genuine antique in that place is Mossy.
Right.
Anyway, his back room was cleaned out and his safe, that's for certain. But Mossy, of course, swears nothing was taken.
Well, he has to, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice to have a bit of honest crime for a change. You put yourself down for it?
With your permission, sir, yeah.
Chief Inspector Roach. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, I've just come back this minute. No, it didn't go well, sir. Yes, of course, sir. 10 minutes, sir. Commander wants to know all about the Harris case.
So, Mossy Taylor, do I have it?
Yeah, but on your own, Dave. I'll have to borrow Tully.
Why, sir?
Well, to call on Sam Harris. Tell him to stay here until I've seen the commander.
Yes, sir.
Tully! Yes, Sarge.
Hang around for Mr. Roach.
And you?
Off to ask some questions.
Yeah, you have a piece. Go on. Yeah. Get away, you greedy little devil. Go on, let him have it.
Afternoon, Harry.
Oh, hello, Mr. Brook.
Tell me, Harry, why whenever we meet do you choose this flaming duck pond?
I like ducks. They're nicer than people. Anyhow, it's better than meeting in a pub, Mr. Brook. More private.
So, you got my message?
It's like you said. Mossy's place was done over. He's gone bananas about it.
Well, not to us, he hasn't.
That's Mossy, isn't it? Here, have some of this bread, Mr. Brook. Help me feed the ducks.
All right, if you insist. Is he still buying bent gear?
He's still the biggest fence this side of the river. Here, throw some to the Litlands. They're mallard chicks. The greedy pair are pintails.
Right little ornithologist, aren't you? If he's still a fence, how much would he be carrying?
Who knows? A fortune. He keeps all the straight stuff in the front shop and all the bent in the back. The best of it goes in his safe.
Someone did the safe as well. Any ideas?
How was it done? Look, if I'm going to ask around, I have to know what I'm asking.
It was done with keys.
God, no wonder he's going spare. Are you going to see him?
Oh, yeah. Look, give me a buzz if you hear anything. Oh, here's your bread back. Feed the ducks on your own.
Philistine.
Afternoon, Mossy.
Oh, no, not the old bill again.
Just checking that our fingerprint men have gone.
They have, Mr. Brook. Now you can go.
Did they find anything?
Do they ever?
So, you've been cleaned out, Mossy.
There was nothing to take. See for yourself.
I'm not talking about the front shop, all the antique junk. I'm talking about this room in here.
This room's always been empty.
And the safe door always kept open like that?
Yes.
Come on, Mossy, pull the other leg. Any idea who it was?
So you tell me.
Give me a hint.
I know what you're thinking. Mossy Taylor's been done for receiving, so Mossy Taylor must still be bent. Well, this time you're wrong. The room was empty. They got nothing.
So you're not laying a complaint?
Only about the hole in the wall and the mess on the carpet. But for that, I'm insured.
You know, Mossy, every villain on the manor thinks it's a laugh. The best fence in the business has his place done over. Left you with egg on your face, isn't it?
You're all wrong, Sergeant. You'll soon learn. I can tell you it's not a joke.
Come in, Tolly.
You wanted me, sir?
Yeah, it's a job for you. Do you know Sam Harris?
No, sir.
Have you heard about his daughter?
Yeah.
Well, I want you to call on Harris and have a talk with him.
About what, sir?
Well, I'll tell you. In court this morning, the learned judge, in his wisdom, decided that the man who raped and beat up young Julie Harris deserved the sympathy of the court. And Sam Harris has decided that he doesn't.
So I heard.
The court has decided that Kirby should have psychiatric treatment for his weakness. He's a compulsive child molester.
Oh, the courts have gone soft,
That's
sir.
enough, Tully. Whatever we feel about the decision, the court has to be obeyed. But if Harris gets his hands on Kirby, he won't be in a fit condition to benefit from treatment, will he?
No, sir.
Now, Sam Harris isn't an easy man. So sit down and I'll tell you about him.
Mr. Harris?
Yes. What is it?
I'm a police officer, sir. Detective Constable Tally. Inspector Roach asked me to see you.
Roach?
Yes, sir.
He's already said he's sorry. We're all sorry, but none of you care a damn.
He's asked me to have a word with you, sir.
All right. Say what you've got to say.
Well, can I come in?
No.
It's about what you said in court. About justice not being done. You said...
Well, it wasn't, was it? My child is still in hospital while that young bastard...
Let me finish, sir, please. You said if justice wasn't done, you'd see it was done.
So what's wrong with that?
You can't take the law into your own hands, sir.
Are you married?
No, sir.
Then you don't know what it's about. My daughter is only 6 years old. That young pervert battered her till she was unconscious. When she was unconscious...
Yeah, I know what he did, sir. But I've been asked to tell you that if you lay a hand on him, the law will come after you.
You think that's fair?
I have to see that the law is obeyed.
Well, you've had your word. And if you've nothing more to say, I'll say goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Harris.
What did he say?
Oh, nothing. That's the trouble. It was quite polite, but firm. I just know that if he gets his hands on Kirby, he'll take him apart, piece by piece.
Have you told Mr. Roach?
Yeah, he says Kirby has to be protected, so we've got to keep an eye on Harris. And guess who's been lumbered?
You?
Who else? He's put me on the rota. I've got to watch him evenings.
Tough.
Anyway, what happened about Mossy Taylor?
His storeroom was cleaned out and the safe opened. Lovely job. Not a mark. Not a fingerprint left for us to work on.
Must be a shock for Mossy. A fence being done by one of his thieves.
Yeah, but he'd have the nerve to do a fence.
Yeah.
Oh, here you are, Dave. It's a message for you from one of the beat bobbies about Mossy Taylor.
Oh, talk of the devil. Know what it is?
Yeah, I've got the details. Bloke in the house across the street. He saw a van there, Saturday morning, loading up. There's the address. Name's Arthur Joplin.
Oh, thanks, Jim. Right, Tully, clear up this desk. Meet me downstairs.
Yes, Sarge.
Mr. Joplin?
Yeah?
This is my warrant card. I believe you reported seeing something on Saturday morning.
Over at Mr. Taylor's place?
Yes.
Well, I told the beat bobby.
Will you tell me?
It was just a van. 2 lads loading it.
What time was this?
Early. About 6. I was getting dressed for work.
You watched them?
Well, I heard a noise and looked out. There was this van. Young lad was opening the van doors. and another one was hurrying from the place with a crate. Then they both went back in, and I got on with dressing.
And that's all you saw?
No, I kept an eye on them. Never saw blokes work so fast, in and out, loading the crates, then back for more. When they'd filled the van, they closed the doors and drove off.
Yes. Can you describe them?
Tall, early 20s, one wearing green overalls, all official-like. I thought it was a genuine collection.
The van?
A small blue one. British Leyland, I think.
A firm's name on it?
No, plain, no markings.
How long were they there?
10 minutes. And then they were gone.
So how are your feathered friends today, Harry?
I don't know. I only just got here. Well, what can I do for you this time? You didn't ask me here to talk about ducks.
No. Mossy Taylor did lose his stuff. Taken by two lads with a blue BL van. Mean anything to you?
Nah. But I've something that will surprise you, Mr. Brook. It's happened again. Just like at Mossy's.
Where?
Down Clerkenwell, the Williamsons.
Oh, them.
Well, they pulled some good jobs. Hijack on the M6, load of Jap trannies, warehouse at Watford, videos, place in Willesden.
All right. I know what they've had.
Yes, Mr. Brook. Well, the best of their stuff was kept in the lumber down Clerkenwell waiting for a buyer. And the place was done last night. Cleaned out.
You said like Mossy's?
Well, it has to be, doesn't it? Thieves stealing from thieves.
Yeah. Any thoughts?
No.
Right, see ya.
The Williamsons are on the warpath, out looking for whoever did it.
So is Mossy.
What's the joke, Sarge?
Well, it's happened again. In Clerkenwell.
The same?
The Williamson team.
Oh, could become a habit.
You've got contacts down that way. Could you tap somebody, see what's being said?
No can do. I'm watching Harris from 2000 on, remember?
Yeah, but this is more important. I'll fix it with Jim Harrison. He'll find a replacement for you tonight.
If you say so, Sarge.
Look, drop me off at the station and phone if you get anything.
Sure.
Dave, over here.
Yeah?
On your own?
Yeah, for a couple of hours.
Fancy a pint?
Yeah, thanks.
Barman, another pint.
Right. Hey, Jim, can you do me a favour?
Depends on what it is.
Well, Tully's out on a job for me. It's going to take all evening. Can you find someone to look after his shift, watching Harris? It starts in an hour's time.
Bang goes my chances of getting away early. OK, we're short, but I'll fix someone from uniform.
Thanks, Jim.
It's your pint, sir?
I'll do this, Jim. It's all right. Do you want a half?
No, thanks, Dave.
Right. Yeah. Hey, look, why was my DC lumbered with watching Kirby?
Because he spoke out of turn, Dave. Could have told the old man what he thought about the court's decision.
Well, do you blame him?
No, but he's got to learn. In this job, Dave, you have your own ideas, but you don't shout about them. If Harris does do something, your DC had better be there. I'll go and fix his replacement. You stay?
For a while, yeah.
See you then.
Morning, Sarge.
What happened to you then? Did I say you could push off for the night?
You said to move around and find out what I could.
I said phone.
Well, I did phone, but you'd gone. Sergeant Harrison had gone to... Why, nothing's happened to Kirby, is it?
No, he was watched. He stayed home.
Oh, good.
So, last night, did you score?
Yeah, and it isn't just 2 jobs like you thought, Sarge. It's half a dozen.
Where'd you hear that?
I went round the drinkers. Some very tight faces in Bethnal Green. It's been going on quietly for some time. Whoever's doing it is knocking them over to a timetable, either Wednesdays or Saturdays. Early, about 6 in the morning.
And no one knows who?
It started a month ago with a fence down Whitechapel. His name's Saunders. Place was cleared out. A lumber in Kennington, a lock-up in Bethnal Green, another lumber down the docks, an half-fence, Mossy, now the Williamsons. Make 6.
You'd think villains would take better care of their property.
Yeah.
Do we know all the losers?
Yeah, I've got a note with him. Here it is.
Okay.
Look, can I get myself some tea?
Yeah, wait a minute. Let's have a look.
The lock-up job in Bethnal Green was a beaut. Do you want to hear?
Yeah?
Remember that Hatton Garden job 2 months ago? Gemstones, gold and silver bars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the gang who pulled it hid it all in this lock-up, packed in 2 handy little crates, just waiting for a buyer to take them away. And early one morning, someone did take them away, but not a buyer. The word is, it was 2 young blokes. Now everybody's looking for them. Money's being offered for their scalps.
I'm not surprised. Thanks, Tully. Right, you can get your tea. Bring me one too, will you?
Right, Sarge.
Yeah?
Have you got a minute, sir?
Ah, Dave, yeah.
The lads who did Mossy Taylor and the Williamsons, Tully thinks they did this lot as well. See here, look, 6 jobs. How much was taken originally on that last Hatton Garden job, sir?
Oh, £100,000.
So if these 2 got that, cleaned out 3 other teams and 2 receivers, it could be twice as much.
I'm getting on for $250,000, yeah.
Well, could we check? Get any idea of just how much it could come to? Mossy, the Williamsons, the others.
Will do.
Oh, and ask C11 if they've got anything on the computer about 2 young villains with a blue BL van.
Have we anything else to go on?
No, that's it.
Yeah, all right, Dave, I'll ask.
Thank you, sir.
I brought you tea, Sarge.
Thanks. So, now what have we got to go on? 2 tall young blokes, not immediately known to us, all the villains they're robbing, but they know the villains and where they store the plunder. It's a bloody cheek, you know, but you've got to admire them.
Yeah, but with money on offer, they could end up the losers.
Right. It's nice, isn't it? The Williamsons and their friends wanting to sort out these lads, Sam Harris wanting to sort out Kirby, and we stand in the middle trying to stop them both. Any trouble from Harris, yeah?
No, he's living the quiet life, either at home or at the hospital visiting his daughter.
Doesn't sound like Harris.
How do you mean?
Well, he's a villain. He's got friends. He could be offering money. Someone to fix Kirby for him. Why not have a chat with him again? See what he's up to.
Well, I'll try, if you think it'll do any good.
Morning, Mr. Harris. Same as usual, is it?
Morning, Bill. Yeah, find it special.
1 pint coming up.
Hello, Mr. Harris.
Oh, hello. It's Detective Constable Tully, isn't it? What brings you in here? Keeping an eye on me, are you?
No, not really, sir. I just thought we might have a little chat.
Well, since you're here, be my guest. What'll you have?
Nothing at the moment, thanks.
Your pint. That'll be 90 pence. Thank you.
Why don't we get out of the crush and sit down?
Yeah, if you like.
So, what's on your mind?
Well, I just wondered how things are, Mr. Harris. You know, how's your daughter getting on? How you're feeling now?
No different. How can I forgive Kirby for what he did? But if you're thinking I'm going to do something about it, forget it. I wouldn't waste my time on the bastard.
Yes, but there are other people who could do it for you.
It's a thought, isn't it?
But not an answer.
You needn't worry. I'm not going to touch him. Not because of that judge, or Mr. Roach, or you, but because my wife and kid have had enough trouble. Anyway, how could I touch him with you on my trail? So you can go back to Mr. Roach and tell him that.
All right, Mr. Harris, I'll tell him.
And Tully,
Yes, sir?
now that you've time to spare, why don't you keep an eye on Kirby? He's back at his old haunts again. They tell me you'll find him hanging around the infant school in the park. And I thought he was taking treatment. There's no justice.
No, sir.
You saw him?
Yeah, in a pub. He says he's changed. Wouldn't waste his time on Kirby and we can forget it.
Do you believe him?
Well, half of the time.
And the other half?
I'm not sure, but I think he means it. He asked me to keep an eye on Kirby. Says he's hanging around the infant school in the parks again.
Well, pass it on to the uniform side. It's their problem.
Dave,
Yeah?
C11 have come up with something on your 2 young lads.
Well, that makes a change.
Well, they have their moments. Well, it could be useful. A Muse garage, not far away, run by 2 young lads, both tall, and they own a blue BL van.
And they have form?
They met in Borstal. They're in their 20s. They've been in partnership running this garage for a couple of years. Repair work, that sort of thing.
Yeah. What are their names?
Farrell and Simmons. Yeah, here's the address. Why not take a look?
Oh, I will. And I'll take Mr. Joplin along, too.
Joplin?
The man who saw Mossy Taylor's place being done.
Oh.
Tully, book out a car and meet me downstairs.
Right.
This looks like it. Pull up at the top of the Mews.
Right, Sergeant. There's the garage.
Yeah. And there's a young bloke repairing a car.
But no blue van.
Now, hang on. There's the other bloke coming out from under the car. And Mr. Joplin, are those the 2 lads you saw loading the van?
Well, couldn't swear to it, but it looks like them.
Well, have a good look, Mr. Joplin. It's important.
Yeah, I'm certain now. The fair one was the driver, and the other did most of the loading work.
Thank you, Mr. Joplin.
Do we take them, Sarge?
No, we can't touch them. Remember, Mossy hasn't laid a complaint. No one else has. So far as we know, they've done nothing, yeah? They're in the clear. Right. Here are the files. Paul Farrell, 24, 5'11".
Photo looks like him.
Yeah. At 16, got Borstal training.
That was 8 years ago.
Yeah. But it puts him in the frame. Partner, James Simmons, 22, 5'10". Yeah, their background's about right. Close friends in Borstal. Apprenticed together in engineering. Jim?
Yes, Dave.
Yeah, it could be them.
You want them watched?
Oh, yeah. And if we are right, their favourite target times are Wednesdays and Saturday mornings at 6.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, so I'll order a watch for tonight.
Right, and I'll check back here at 0400 and wait for a result.
Tango 4 to Red Control. Message for Sergeant Brook.
Dave, something for you.
Yeah, coming. Sergeant Brook to Tango 4.
Your target is in the Dockland area, Sinclair Street, Wapping. The van is now parked by a warehouse. Your 2 lads are doing the lock. Over.
Right, wait and watch.
Understood. Tango 4 out.
What time is it?
Coming up for 6, right on time.
They must be the pair. Blue van, 2 lads. Why else would they be up early driving to the docks?
I wonder which villain's nest egg they're going to nick this time.
Well, we'll soon know. And it could be the only one we get them on, unless they help us on the others.
Tango 4 to Red Control.
Red Control, Brook here.
They've loaded the van. Do we take them yet?
Wait until they lock the van doors.
We're doing it now. Here we go. Out.
Right, sit down, both of you. Tully, close the door.
Yes, Sergeant.
Now, you're Paul Farrell and you're James Simmons.
We might be.
You know why you're here?
No.
Do you, Simmons?
No.
Well, for a start, theft this morning from the warehouse in Shadwell.
Oh, removing our own property is theft?
You're saying it's yours?
Can you prove it isn't?
And were you also removing your own property from the premises of Mossy Taylor and Thomas Walters?
We don't know what you're talking about. Has someone been complaining?
Or much worse. Half the villains in London have put a price on you. 6 London teams want you, including your friends the Williamsons.
So why should that bother the police?
What villains get up to always bothers us.
Oh, but you know the law, Sergeant. Before you can make a charge against us, you must have someone who complains of theft. Someone who can prove that he's the owner of the goods. Has Mossy complained? Have any of the others? Will they ever?
You got it all worked out, haven't you?
So what are you going to do, Sergeant? You must charge us or let us go.
Sorry to interrupt, Dave. We need Tully.
Why?
Kirby. He was found in a park last night, beaten up. He's in hospital.
Tully, you better go.
Yes, Sarge.
I'd like a word with you, Mr. Harris.
At this time of the morning?
Yes, it's important.
You better come in. It wouldn't be about Kirby by any chance, would it?
You know about it?
Of course I know. He's in hospital. Broke his leg, broke his ribs, broke his jaw. Want to know the rest of it?
I want to know how you know.
Simple. I was there.
You were what?
I mean, I was at the hospital when they carted him in. Every night we sit with our child, you know that. My wife takes a night, I take a night. He was brought into casualty.
And you were at the hospital?
All evening. There are nurses, doctors, and patients who can swear to it. Nasty mess he was when they brought him in.
You're pleased about it.
Wouldn't you be?
You gave me your word, Mr. Harris.
And kept it, lad. Took your advice. Kept right away from him. I'm in the clear. There's nothing you can do.
Well, if you're in the hospital, no. There's nothing we can do.
You can tell Roach that Kirby has had his treatment.
So, did Harris do it?
He had it done for him, that's for sure. And he just happened to be in the hospital by his daughter's bed when they brought Kirby in, with witnesses to prove he was there all the time.
Well, justice of a sort, I suppose.
Yeah. Did you get Farrell and Simmons?
Yeah, they wouldn't talk. They still won't talk. But 2 items we found in their van were on last month's stolen property list. They're in the cells, charged with possession.
They should thank you. With half the villains in London looking for them, they'll be safer inside than out.